tissues. You have to learn about animal tissues in chapter 7. In all animals, in multicellular animals, you will find 4 different types of tissues: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, neural tissue. Epithelial tissue, it is of 2 types: simple epithelial tissue, compound epithelial tissue, or you can say simple epithelium and compound epithelium. In epithelial tissue, you will find 3 important characteristics. Epithelial tissue consists of 1 or more layers of cells. The layer of cells has a free surface. Epithelial tissue or epithelium has a free surface which faces either a body fluid or external environment, outside environment. Therefore, epithelium or epithelial tissue always forms a covering or a lining for other parts of the body. In epithelial tissue, the cells are closely, tightly or compactly packed. The intercellular substance, which is called matrix, is almost absent. The cells are compactly packed with almost no intercellular matrix. Now, epithelial tissue is divided into 2 types: simple epithelium and compound epithelium. If you compare these two, simple epithelium consists of a single layer of cells. Compound epithelium consists of 2 or more layers of cells. If you compare the function, simple epithelium forms lining of body cavity, lining of ducts, lining of tubes. Compound epithelium provides protection. Its function is protective. Now, simple epithelium is of 3 types: squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium. Squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium is a simple epithelium in which the cells are thin with irregular boundaries. The outline is irregular. The cells are thin and flattened, just like a leaf. Squamous epithelium consists of thin, flattened, leaf-like cells with irregular boundaries or outlines. Function: squamous epithelium is found on the wall of blood vessels, wall of alveoli in the lungs, and they mainly help in diffusion. Squamous epithelium functions as diffusion membrane. Cuboidal epithelium, a simple epithelium which consists of cube-like cells. Functions: cuboidal epithelium is found in the ducts of glands, tubular parts of nephrons in the kidneys. The cuboidal epithelium forms lining in the ducts of glands, lining in the tubular parts of nephrons like proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule of nephrons in the kidneys. Cuboidal epithelium mainly performs secretion and absorption. Columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium is an epithelium which consists of tall, narrow, slender cells which are like columns. Functions. Columnar epithelium forms the lining of stomach and intestine, and they perform secretion and absorption. Ciliated epithelium. Sometimes in some parts of the body, cuboidal and columnar epithelium is provided with cilia on their free surface. So cuboidal and columnar epithelium with cilia are called ciliated epithelia. Ciliated epithelium is found in the linings of respiratory passages, mainly bronchioles, fallopian tubes or oviducts. The cilia present on their free surface help in the movement of particles or mucus or gametes in a particular direction. Gametes in case of fallopian tube. The cilia help in the movement of particles, gametes or mucus in a particular direction. The pictures are like this. This is squamous epithelium. This is cuboidal epithelium, cube-like cells which are arranged in a single layer because it is a simple epithelium. Columnar epithelium, column-like, long and slender. Nuclei lie at the base, not in the center. The nuclei of cuboidal epithelium lie at their base. This is ciliated epithelium, columnar ciliated epithelium. The cells are column-like. The free surface is provided with cilia. The cilia help in the movement of particles, mucus or gametes in a particular direction. Now, glandular epithelium. Sometimes in some parts of the body, epithelial tissue is modified and specialized for secretion. Their main function becomes secretion. This kind of epithelium is called glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium is of two types: unicellular, multicellular. Unicellular, example, the goblet cells in the digestive tract which secrete mucus. Multicellular, salivary glands in the mouth cavity which secrete saliva, gastric glands in the stomach which secrete gastric juice. Now, the glands are of two types, exocrine, endocrine. The glands which release their secretions through ducts are called exocrine glands. The glands which do not have ducts and pour their secretions directly into the bloodstream are called endocrine glands. Exocrine glands secrete mucus, milk, digestive enzymes, saliva, earwax, oil, etc. Endocrine glands which do not have ducts, they secrete hormones. This is the glandular epithelium. Unicellular gland, multicellular gland. Now, compound epithelium. Compound epithelium consists of two or more layers of cells which always provide protection. They cover dry surface of skin, moist surface of buccal cavity and pharynx, inner linings of ducts of salivary glands and pancreatic ducts. They do not have any role in secretion and absorption. This is the compound epithelium.